Hello. So I was asked for a video about teasing, and I thought I would do teasing and the poofy ponytail that everybody tries to get, so we can kind of get two birds in one stone. A couple things that want to go hand in hand with teasing. You can use different hairstyling products to help you get the tease to hold best. My recommendation is a powder. This is the Aveda Pure Abundance Hair Potion. You've probably heard of that. It's okay. I feel towards the end of the bottle like it's kind of moist and clumpy and doesn't come out that well, so I like to put that in my mousse and use volume that way to get volume when it's wet. My favorite, for sure, is the Big Sexy Hair Powder Play. Love this stuff. But what you want to do is put your part in where you're going to part your hair for your ponytail, and then go in the crown area, pick your hair up. I like to clip it out of the way with, believe it or not, these like super awesome hot cheap clips. It just holds the hair really well, gets it out of my way. Sprinkle the powder in at your hairline. Notice I'm going right here to get the powder there and then rub it around to emulsify it. The reason why I'm going in that area is because you're trying to volumize the hair, not your scalp. So the point isn't to pour the powder on your scalp, get it on the hair. So I go about an inch higher than where I just went. Going, as you can see, around from my part. So if my part's over here, I take a section like that. If my part's over here, I'm going to take sections like that. So, same thing, powder. You do not need a lot, just a light sprinkle. Rub it around. The reason why you don't put the product in your hand and emulsify it and put it in is because as soon as you emulsify it, that powder turns into texture, and you need the texture in your hair, not in your hands. So you need to sprinkle it into your hair. Now that top section, you might have to do a little bit more closer to the part. Just a tiny bit. Oops. Shake it out. Okay. So by just doing that, you can see that alone gives your style some volume. But now we want to tease. So for teasing, my favorite tool is a teasing brush. It's got the long hard-pressed plastic bristles and the shorter one. The long ones grab the hair and the shorter ones push them together. Otherwise, a metal tail comb or a plastic tail comb. The reason why is you can part through your hair more easily and get to what you're trying to do. So here's my favorite. You want to start about ½ inch away from the part. Just get that out of the way and grab about ½ inch of hair and just tease right at the base and lay it down. That powder is going to help hold your teasing a lot. That's why that powder is there, to make your job easier. So from this angle, with that powder, you can get it to stand up. That's how good the powder is. But you don't need to go that far, just the root. Now the reason why you're going and taking a few sections and building down is because when you flip it over now and smooth the top, you've built that weight up and you can still have your hairstyle look good. Otherwise, if you come and tease just right here, go up really high, you create a separation in your style, and that's not what you're going for. So, back here, take some forward. The key is to not have too much hair. I think people take like a big inch and that's way too much. You want to turn your wrist more so than go up and down. The powder is really the secret to the teasing. It helps the hair grab onto something. With that really fine hair, it just is so slick. Another trick, if you don't have the powder, that you can do is use a hairspray. Take a section of hair and spray it a little. And then you kind of have to let it dry a second. And then tease it, and that will hold it just as if you had the powder in. So, go down a little more. Okay. So then you kind of have this wild, crazy mess. I like to make it nice and big by kind of grabbing it at the root and meshing, kind of meshes the tease and the covering hair together. So now you could just push and place and wear your style with the volume like this, or take it a step further and go into a pony. If you don't go into a pony, here's another favorite trick of mine, is take the tail comb, lift, and spray. And that gives you a little bit more of that definition and just that little more bit of volume. But for the pony, then you just gather all the hair in the back, like so. Now my favorite hair binder to use are the ones without any metal on them. They don't pull the hair as bad. Please don't use rubber bands. That literally rips your hair. The little fibers stick to it. It's just not good. So bind it together in the back. Give it a little spray in the front. Or my favorite, this is when these tail combs come in handy, to do this. And lift it just a little more. Layers help for this kind of a style. So then the hair's not as heavy. And then when it falls in nice layers. So it doesn't have that style separation. But I try to make it a little messy and piecey with my fingers. You don't really want that perfect smoothness to it. You want a little bit of roughness and texture in it to look like hair. If it looks so smooth, it just looks fake. And the volume is already fake, so one thing at a time. I'm just putting a bobby pin in to kind of hold some of my shorter layers, using my bobby pin trick that you may have seen in another video. And I'll show you the sides here as I do this. And there I have the puffy ponytail look. And I can always add pictures if you guys want to. So if you have any more questions that I can answer particularly about teasing, let me know. One other thing I see here is you want to kind of have that even volume. So I want to pull this out right there, just like so. God, I love hairspray. Kenra, my favorite. And then that looks more evened out. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.